Hello guys, my name is Ayat Rabaya. I'm a math teacher in the Oxford Schools in the International section. Today we'll talk about solving circle problems 15.3, the 15th unit and the third lesson in this unit. Today we'll talk about circles. The circle, this is the diagram of a circle. It has a center in the middle of this circle and a radius. This is the radius. It's a fixed distance between any point on the circumference and the center. This is radius R. This is radius. And the diameter. The diameter is a double of radius. This is the diameter. The diameter is a double of radius. It's a line passing through the center, connecting between 2 points on the circumference. So we have a radius, we have a diameter. Now the relationship between the diameter and the radius, the diameter is a double of radius. Suppose you have a circle, its radius 5 centimeters, the diameter will be 10 centimeters. Now there are two basic formula for any circle, the circumference and the area. Now the circumference, we are talking about the length of this distance around the circle. We are looking about, so this is the circumference, the length of this distance around a circle. This is the circumference. Okay, it's given by this formula. The circumference, C, a symbol of circumference, equals by D, which means by times D. D is the diameter and R the radius. R the radius and D the diameter. Now the value of pi 3.14, it's a fixed value. Now if you substitute D by 2R, because the diameter is a double of radius, the formula becomes 2 by R. Instead of D, 2R, rearrange by 2R in the standard way, which is 2 by R. So there are two formulas for the circumference, which is pi times diameter. You can use the diameter to find the circumference, or you can use the radius to find the circumference. The last thing, the area. We are talking about area. This is the area. This is the area, 2 dimension. This is the area. Area equals pi R squared, which means pi times R times R. R squared, R times R. 5 squared, 5 times 5. 6 squared, 6 times 6. Now let's talk about these examples. Example 1. Work out the area and the circumference of a circle with diameter 4.6. Now the given information was the diameter. Diameter is 4.6. So the radius will be 2.3 centimeter, because the diameter is a double of radius and the radius is a half of the diameter. So 4.6, the radius 2.3. Now to find the area, we need this formula by R squared, which means 3.14 times R squared, yani 2.3 squared. 2.3, this is 3.14 times 2.3 times 2.3, which is 16.66106, approximately 16.7 centimeter squared, because we are talking about area. Now the circumference, which is by D, which is 3.14 times 4.6, the diameter equals 14.44, approximately 14.4 centimeter, because the circumference is one dimension. We are talking about distance. That's why centimeter here, but the area is centimeter squared. Let's take another example. Work out the diameter if the circumference is 56.5 centimeter. Now the circumference is given. Now the circumference by D equals, now substitute the circumference by 56.5 now by 3.14 times the diameter, now divided by 3.14 now 56.5 divided by 3.14, which is the diameter, equals 17.99, approximately 18 centimeter. If the question asking about the radius, will be half of it, which is 9, so the radius is 9 centimeter. The third example, work out the radius if the area is 238 centimeter squared. Now the area equals by r squared. Now the area is, from the question, 238 equals by 3.14 times r squared. Divide both sides by 3.14 by 3.14, cancelled with each other. Now r squared equals 75.69. Here r squared equals 75.79. Okay, so you need to take a square root of both sides, so r equals a square root of 75.79, approximately 8.7. So here the radius is 8.7. Now the last question, we'll discuss the last question. The circumference of a disk is 39 centimeter. Now the circumference here, the circumference is 39. Work out the area. To find any area, you need the radius. So solution, the area equals by r squared. So you have to find the radius. Now use the circumference to find the radius. The circumference is 2 by r because I need the radius. Now the circumference is 39 equals 2 times 3.14 times r. Now this one divide 2 times 3.14 has 3, 4, 2, 2 times 4, 8. This is 2, this is 6. So I will substitute 6 to 8 because we have two decimal places. So put the points here, times r equals 39. Divide both sides by 6.28. 6.28 cancelled with each other. Now the radius is 6.2 centimeter. Now I'll continue here. Now to find the area, by r squared, now by r 3.14 times r 6.2 squared, 6.2 squared, it means 3.14 times 6.2 times 6.2, which is 120.7 centimeters squared. Now you have a homework. Page 74. Page 74, question 1, question 3, question 4, question 5, and the question 6 and the question 7. Thank you for listening and have a good day.